Good evening. Good evening, respected dignitaries, academicians, research scholars, RFI officers, and today's program coordinator. I, Dr. Seema Agrawal, MP State Secretary, Research and Innovation Wing, Research Foundation of India, welcomes you all in first day of 10 days training program and workshop on a step-by-step guide to write a good research paper. Our today's topic is problem identification and formulation, or the art of writing a review of literature. I would like to introduce you all with the Research Foundation of India. Research Foundation of India is strictly working for the social upliftment and higher education quality and Indian research promotions in the form of events like international national conferences, seminars, workshops, symposiums, and other activities. RFI works for the integration of intellectual ideas across the globe to fulfill the thirst of innovation of humanity. Research Foundation of India is concerned with improving the educational process by encouraging scholarly inquiry related to education and practical application of research results. Research Foundation of India is working for research and development for higher education. It has signed MOU with top universities from India. RFI members are faculty, researchers, graduate, students, and other distinguished professionals with rich and diverse expertise in education research. RFI does not take any financial sponsor from any government body. RFI has organized 1,000 plus international conferences and workshops, FDP symposium all over the world. Now RFI having 100 plus chapter in India and more than 100 chapter in Asia and other countries, and categorized in 5 board: West, East, South, North, and Central Zone. I again welcome you all. To welcome our today's guest and speakers, I would like to invite Dr. Saurabh Jansar, Chairman, Research Foundation of India, on the online stage platform. Dr. Saurabh Jansar.
Thank you, ma'am. As we know very well, Research Foundation of India, Parul University, Sant Hirdaram Girls College, Bhopal, Nagidas Khandwa College, Autonomous Mumbai, World Virtual Conference Forum, Engineering College Fulton, and World Federation of Science and Technology is going to organize such a wonderful platform for faculties, researchers, and academicians, a step-by-step guide to write a good research paper. For this evening, I would like to welcome all the dignitaries, speakers, person who are hosting that function. Also, I would like to welcome Dr. Sukumar Gupta, Chief Managing Director, Research Foundation of India, Professor Dr. Ajay Jain, National Coordinator, Research Foundation of India. Like to welcome for organizing such a wonderful faculty development program. On behalf of Research Foundation of India, I would like to welcome today speaker Dr. Mausami Datta ma'am from Mumbai, Dr. Charul Jain madam, Dr. Priyanka Chawla madam, Dr. Deepak Agrawal ji, Dr. Shumanta Datta ji, and Dr. Shrest Chabda ji. The speaker who are going to be present their respective concepts for research paper typing. Also, I would like to welcome our host, Dr. Indra Dikshit madam, Dr. Seema Agrawal madam, Dr. R. Renka ji, Dr. Amrita Agrawal ji, Dr. Amrita Shawnee ji, Dr. Neha Gupta ji, Dr. Maud B. Gaur ji, and Dr. Nikita Sharma ji. As we know very well, that is this program is in continuation mode. I think that is the 11th faculty development program for research paper writing. So, for further concepts related to that field, participants who are going to be joining over there, they will get all thing and they will think to how we have to proceed for the particular that thing. So, thank you very much for organizing such a wonderful concepts for FDPs. So, thank you very much. Over to you, Doctor.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Ashok Kumar Gupta, sir, CMD RFI, to glow some light on our today's topic. Dr. Ashok Gupta, sir.
Hello everyone, this is Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar Gupta, CMD RFI. I feel honored to be invited to this training program. The aim of this webinar is to provide the most complete and reliable source of information on the recent advancement in the field. The webinar covers a broad range of topics. Now, it's my privilege and honor to welcome all the dignitaries, resource persons, and experts available for this training program. I'm thankful to Dr. Saurabh Jain, Chairman RFI. I'm also thankful to Dr. Ajay Jain and the entire team RFI and Organizing Institute. I'm thankful to all who have given their input in this FDP and all participants who made this training program a success. Thanks for your patience. Thank you again. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And now, our today's speaker is Dr. Mosmi Datta, ma'am. Ma'am has vast 28 years of teaching experience. She is professor and principal in Nagindas Khandwala Autonomous College, Mumbai. She did MSc, PhD, MBA, and SET. She is PhD guide in geography in University of Mumbai. Her technical skills are educational technology, remote sensing, GIS, and GPS. She is published 90 research papers in ISSN and ISBN. She is co-editor of 8 books and author 2 reference book and 8 textbook also. She also did 8 research projects and having 3 patents. She has presented research papers in UK, USA, Washington, Bangkok universities. She has organized more than 30 conferences and training programs at national and international level. She also a coordinator of IQAC since 2009 to 2020 and also a coordinator of different PG programs and college committees. She is a life member of 7 national professional bodies and annual member of 1 international body. She has been awarded with many awards. Few includes Best Ensemble Faculty Award, Best Research Award, Award for Contribution in Research, Research National Building Award, the Real Superwoman Award, and the Excellent IQAC Coordinator Award. Ma'am, ma'am, please come and confabulate to our participant in today's program. Mosmi Datta, ma'am, please.
Thank you, Dr. Seema Agarwal. Good evening, everyone. At the outset, let me thank the team RFI for inviting me for this session on this 10 days program. Since I start with the program today on research writing, I will be dealing with the very initial stages of research, that is problem identification and formulation and review of literature. So you have to bear with me for a second where I share my screen and then start with my presentation. Before that, thank you once again. I hope every one of you can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. So today I start.
Yes, ma'am, we are following.
Yeah. Today I start with problem identification and formulation and the art of research, writing a review of literature. This problem identification and formulation means what? It means that when you are researching about something, there should be a problem. The simple meaning of research is you have a problem and you're trying to find out the solution to the problem. So identification of the problem, formulation of the problem becomes the very, very first step for your research. Once you identified the problem, then you start with the art of writing the review of literature. Hence, the presentation outline of my lecture today will be, first, we will just quickly see what do we mean by research. Secondly, how do we identify a problem and develop into a research problem? There are so many problems all around, but developing to a research problem requires that eyes to develop a research problem and then to carry on a literature review. So friends, let us first understand what do we mean by research. Generally, if someone is given something to write, nowadays we have become so very dependent on Mr. Google that we just go to the websites, or if we are enthusiastic enough, we look into the books, we get some information and we put it all together. Well, that is copy and paste in a different and variety of forms. This cannot be called as a research. Research is something when you investigate on it. You investigate and find out the solution of the problem. Research is something which is a learning. Research is something which is a process. So when we find out solution of a particular problem through a process, it is known as a research. So if we want to understand research, we have to do it again and again. It's not like that you just go out and you find out a solution of something and you come to do a research. In research, actually, you are exploring an idea. In research, actually, you're dealing with an issue Most important in research, you're solving a problem. So when you want to solve a problem, you really have to go inside the problem and find out the solution. In research, we solve the problem in a very, very organized manner. A research which cannot solve a problem, cannot give a solution, is not a research at all. In research, you find out that truth where others cannot find out. So we can say in single sentence, research is the journey from the known to the unknown. So from these two slides, we have understood that for research, you really have to put in your time, your energy, your patience. You have to be very, very systematic, and then only you can find out the solution. A research which is not dealing with the problem is not a research at all. In every research, there should be a problem dealing with a solution. So we can say research is an organized, structured, purposeful method of learning something, as if you're gaining some knowledge about a relationship. Research begins when we want to know something. Very simple. Suppose you want to find out why in some parts of India, being December, it is quite hot. You want to know that. That is called research. Maybe a small level, but that is also a research. Whenever you do research, you gain knowledge. Whenever you do research, it increases your understanding. So research helps in problem solving and making decisions. Very, very important. Now let us find out how to identify research problem and formulation. How to identify that this is the problem in which I'm going to develop a research. So let us understand that. The research problem is called the core of the research. As I said, if you do not have a problem, it is not a research at all. So it is the core of the problem. It is the core of the research. Problem is the core of the research. The word problem has originated from the Greek word probalion. So by research problem, we mean anything thrown forward. This is the problem and I want to study about this. That means you're throwing an idea. You're throwing a question which you need a solution. Why in major part of India, in spite of being December, it is quite hot? It is a question, it is a query, and you want to find out a solution. It is something which needs a deliberation, which needs an examination. That why last year, this time, it was quite cold all over India. Now, why is it hot? So I need some examination. So whenever you deal with any idea which needs a solution, which needs a answer, which needs a solution, is known as the research problem. Take, for example, we are trying to find out, maybe you're from a banking sector, and you want to find out the relationship between employee performance and monetary incentive. You want to find out whether there is a relationship between, if monetary incentives are provided, employees perform better. If you want to find out the relationship. So what are you trying to find out? You are trying to find out, you're trying to solve a query. What is your query? What is your question? The question is whether monetary incentives can increase the employee performance? That is a question you're putting forward. So when you're putting forward, and this question, I've made it in the form of title, and enhancing employee performance through monetary incentive in banking sector. So you are dealing with a problem for which you want to find out a reply. So that becomes a research problem should be such which should be very, very relevant and important. You just can't see any problem and you start researching. No, research is done for two purposes. Either you do research so that the society is benefited, or you do research so that it can be made a policy. So research is something which is very, very serious and important. So a problem should be very, very relevant. Unless and until you deal with the problem which is relevant, it is not called a research at all. Many a times you will see that people apply for PhD, for submission, and when they submit their proposals, the proposals are rejected. Why do you think the proposals are rejected? Because the team of experts find out that whatever that your topic is not relevant at all. Whatever problem you are dealing with is not so important that you should be given a chance to research on it and get a research degree. Or suppose you're applying for funding to UGC, to ICSSR. Sometimes your proposals get rejected. Why does your proposal get rejected? Because the problem you're dealing with is not so important. So research is something which is very, very serious, and that is why you will see that the problems which you're dealing with has to be very, very relevant. Not only that, I'm from geography. I have a forte on management, so I will do research on my subject only. Similarly, you all are coming from different subjects. So when you are coming from different subjects, definitely your research should be dealing with the problems in your area of interest only. Very important. Research deals with originality. Suppose there is a problem, others have already solved it. What is there is no newness in it. There are some problems which others have solved. You also research because you want to bring a new dimension to it. But it has to be somewhere, it has to be original. If your research problem is not original, if your research problem is not creative, it is not a research at all. The problem means, the research means that whenever you want to solve the problem, it will lead to extension of knowledge. Friends, in the other side of the platform, I think I'm being very, very clear. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now take, for example,
Yes, ma'am.
nowadays we speak of digital divide. Digital divide means that in development, there is a development of technology, definitely. But this development of technology has not happened in the same manner in the rural areas and in the urban areas. So I thought that this is a problem, that there is a digital divide. Digital divide means development of technology is not the same. There is a digital divide among the rural area and the urban area. Near Mumbai, I found that it is a problem. So let me solve a problem. Let me formulate a title so that I can study on that. How will I formulate a title? And analyzing digital divide amidst urbanization. Amidst urbanization means in urban areas and in rural areas. In the periphery of Greater Mumbai. Greater Mumbai, surrounding Greater Mumbai. So what is my problem? My problem is digital divide. Between whom? Between the urban areas and the poor rural areas. Where? In Greater Mumbai. So this is the problem I'm dealing with. So whenever you have a problem and you think the problem is very, very relevant and important, you think that this problem, if you deal with, you will be able to find out a solution. It will lead to extension of knowledge. You can definitely close your eyes and you can take it up as your research area of research and identify it as a research problem. Always remember, take a problem which is feasible. There are so many problems around which cannot be solved. Not only that, for example, there are certain problems for which data requirement will be a problem. There are certain problems which might take a long, long time. So generally, you don't go to such titles. You should take up a problem so that your research reveals some new ideas. I told you, research means innovativeness. Research means formation of ideas. If you do not bring out with some ideas, it is not a research at all. When you identify the problem, you should form the objectives from the research. And once you form the objectives from the research, you should keep on investigating so that to fulfill the objectives. You keep on investigating to find out the solution of the problems. Take, for example, I was worried that there is a digital divide during the COVID times. What do you mean by digital divide during the COVID times? That means there were some areas where technology was very, very developed and they could download the Arogya Setu app. Vaccination was happening only through Arogya Setu. So if technology is not developed, how will you download the Arogya Setu app? You should have a smartphone so that you can download the Arogya Setu app, isn't it? So there was a technological gap created during the COVID times. Are you on the same page? Do you feel it was true or false? Technological gap was
True, ma'am.
yes?
True, ma'am, true.
True, ma'am. It's true.
It is true. Because I will give you some examples. In Himachal Pradesh, Kangra is a small place. Later when vaccination came up, you will find that in Kangra, there was a small town known as Jwalamukhi town. I've given you the photograph of Jwalamukhi town. Jwalamukhi town, there no one was vaccinated. And when we really found out why no one was vaccinated, because there is no development of technology. People does not know how to get appointment for getting vaccinated. So you see, there was a digital gap, a digital divide in India during the COVID time. So how will you find out? You will find out through researching, find for solution. This is a problem. Digital divide is a problem and you're trying to solve it. There are many other instances. For example, in Madhya Pradesh in Panna district, there is a small village called Kota Gunjapur village. It became a news during the COVID times when no one was vaccinated. The only reason was that people never knew how to use technology so that they can take an appointment for vaccination. So digital divide between the urban area and the poor and the rural area is something, it is a problem. And this problem became very prominent during the COVID times. So this can become an area of your research. This problem you can deal with so that you can find out a solution. You can find out a solution how to bridge the gap between the rural area and the urban area. How you can motivate the rural area. What should be done so that technologically people are aware in the rural areas. So that this is a problem and you're trying to find out a solution. So identification of the problem is very, very important. Unless and until you identify a problem, it is not a research at all. For example, for the few days when I was studying about the agricultural sector, you will be surprised that in agricultural sector, even today, it is a woman are the main labor force. But when you read the newspapers, whatever you read, it is the men who are mainly focused, about agriculture. So generally, this is a problem. Women are working, but they are disappearing. They are disappearing from the agricultural sector. They are not shown that they are working. This is a problem. So you feel like we should deal with this problem. Should the faculty members from journalism, from English, they can do with such a topic. Yes, women are working, but still they are not projected in the agricultural sector. There was a good write-up known as Visible Work and Invisible Woman. That means women are there, but still they're not there. So this is a problem. You can deal with this problem. Let's look at the picture. If you look at the picture, what can you see? Can anyone tell me that? Let's have an interactive session. Can anyone tell me that?
Female working on the field.
Who are
She's
working?
female working with this mowing something in the farm.
Yeah, their gender. Who are working? Men are working or women?
Women are working.
Woman.
Women
Men
are
also
working.
Men are
Women
working. Men is only supervising them. So
Yeah,
predominant workforce is women only.
it is women only. But see, when you go back home or you're at home, perhaps, and after my lecture, after my session, you click Google and you try to find out a Indian drought prone area. Whenever you click this Indian drought prone area or farmer crisis in rural India, you will see an agricultural farm, a very thin man called farmer sitting with a plow in a barren land. Yes or no as a poster? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
So you see,
Yes.
don't you feel, I'm sure all the women in the platform will be very, very happy. So don't you feel this is a problem which you deal with? None of us actually think so minutely. When I was preparing for this session and I was thinking of developing a problem, this idea came to my mind that yes, in agricultural sector, when there are so many women force working, but still when projection comes, it is a media who speaks of man only and does not
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. In between, yesterday only I had a talk on World Peace Commission platform, and I highlighted this issue that women working in the field and never get that equal kind of acknowledgement as compared to that of the men. And today itself, you highlighted the same problem. So this is reality, and this is the fact which is there. I completely agree.
Yeah. Kamal, so nice of you that you have shared this thing with me.
Yes.
One second, please. ये किसका है? Give me a second. क्या है? क्या matter है? Tell me first. I'm in a session. What is this about? What is this about? SYJC. SYJC. What is this? So you need my signature on your T-shirt? Yes. Thank you. Memories. Okay. So nice. So nice. Thank you. All the best. No. What? Oh no, not on your body. You have to remove the T-shirt. Yes, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So the choice of the research problem is very, very important. And moreover, not only the choice, suppose this woman issue which I picked up, and madam who spoke, I could not see, so I could not see your name. If you can name it.
So, ma'am, I'm Dr. Gunjan from RFI itself.
Okay, Dr. Gunjan. Yeah, Dr. Gunjan.
So I raised the issue of gender inequality, and in that particular thing, I talked about this issue.
So you see, gender inequality is a problem which you have taken up. Now you are interested to work in gender inequality, and you will work. Suppose I pick up a person from physics and I give him that this is a research topic. Will he be able to give justice to that work? No. Will he be able to give justice to the work he saw in physics? He will not be able to give justice because you should have your interest also. Yes or no?
Yes,
Research is something where you should be interested in. whichever area you're interested in, you should be taking up your research there. Maybe if there is a technological change, a computer science person and a artificial intelligence person, a cloud technology person will be interested in. But a person coming from psychology or a person coming from history will not be interested in. So choice of research problem is very, very important. But whatever your choice may be, always you have to pinpoint an unexplored area, an area which has not been taken up by anyone. That is an area of your research. Because research cannot be done, repetitive research is not there. You can ask me a question now. Yes, there are many fields where research has been done by several people. Yes, your topic can be the same. Maybe your area was different. Your topic and area must be the same. Maybe your methodology, way of methodology was different. So there should be something new in that. And how will you try to find out whether something new is there or not? You will not dream, no, that yes, this is my research topic and who has studied? X has studied, Y has studied. How do you know? For that, you will have to definitely go to the sources of the problem. For that, you will have to go to the library. For that, you will have to look into the books. For that, you will have to look into the journals. For that, you will have to discuss with the people of the same field. Maybe you will have to read the research bulletins, you have to read the PhD thesis, you have to read the dissertations. You have to find out if conferences were held in the same topic were not. You have to find out the trend reports from the newspaper. So friends, you have to find out that the problem which you have identified, whether it has been studied by somebody else or not. It is a very, very important part of research. This is the same thing, research problem. So research problems can be found anywhere. It can be if you are coming from science, it can be from theory, or if you are a social scientist, you can look into day-to-day problems. From the research studies, you can even have discussion with the experts or innovations in technology. Now, I stay in Mumbai, that's Maharashtra. So I picked up a problem from Maharashtra. How can I identify a problem? If you see the map on left-hand side, India. From India, we have Maharashtra, and from this is the map of Maharashtra. And from Maharashtra, I've picked up the Konkan area, and from the Konkan area, I've chosen the northern part. Northern part, that is a Raigad district. Raigad district I've chosen up. So in Raigad district is not very far from main Mumbai. Now what is happening? People in Mumbai, the price of land is very, very high. So many people are moving out of Mumbai. So when you are moving out of Mumbai, Raigad is a place where many people from Mumbai has gone and settled there. So recently, if you see, there is an increasing need of housing, increasing need of land for houses, for shops, for colleges. So people are keeping on buying land in Raigad area. So what was actually Raigad was under a forest. So now today what has happened, all this forest has been cleared. The forest has been cleared and they have been converted into houses and shops and educational facility. This is a problem. Yes or no, my friends? This can be a problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So
Yes,
I can research on what was the area, total area of land and the forest in Raigad, and now what is the area of land under a forest. Definitely, I will see it has decreased. I will find out why it has decreased. Maybe houses are here, other facilities are there. So there is a change in land use. This change in land use is a problem. So it can be a very well researched point. XYZ have also studied about Raigad, but he must have studied using survey method. he has gone from place to place and he have asked the people that, okay, where was the forest and now where is the houses. He have used survey method. I deal with the same problem, but I am using remote sensing technology method, remote sensing method. So you see, friends, maybe the topic is the same, but the way of dealing the topic is different. If the way to dealing the topic is different and it is an improved topic, definitely you can research on it. So am I clear how to identify a problem and formulate it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have identified the problem. We have now we are clear that we are working in this with dealing with this problem. So from that problem, I make a title and this is my research topic. But again, I will have to verify, as I said, from the books, from the journals and whatnot. So I will have to go and see whether others have studied or not. And if others have studied, how did they study? So literature review forms a very, very important part of research. If I do not do literature review, it is not a research at all. Through literature review, I find out what has been studied about the particular topic, how it has been studied in about the particular topic, and what is not studied also. What is not studied shall be my point of study. So in literature review, I find out the gap, and identification of the gap in research is very, very important. So what is literature review? It is you are studying more about that particular topic. It gives you an overview of the particular topic. I have put 3 photographs there. Forget the writing part. These 3 photographs are very, very important in literature review. The first photograph shows the man jumping from one clock to another. This means that it is very, very time consuming. You cannot expect that on one day only you go to the library, see the books, see the journals, and you finish up. You come to know that who has studied, who has not studied, how they have studied, and so on. No, it takes a long, long time. I generally say to my research students that you start your literature review before the PhD and you end it after you submit. But if you have a proper literature review, it is very, very rewarding in nature because it gives you the base of the topic. You can be sure that the topic in which you are dealing with, the topic, how you're analyzing it, no one else have done it. So it is very, very rewarding. Research, friends, if you're successful in research, for an academician like you and me, it gives us immense satisfaction that I am able to identify a problem. I am able to find out the solution to the problem, and my solution has been worked for the society. So it is a continuous process. But literature review is a very, very important part of any research. So what is the main aim of the literature review? Main aim is a stepping stone. You know in your research what is to be done and what not to be done. You know in your research how different people have studied and what you are going to study. You know from your research that in what way the topic, the different aspects were dealt and what you're going to do. So it helps you to keep you updated. Not only that, it also helps you to have a proper background. You know that what has been taught and what has been researched and what is not researched. So you are very, very sure about the background. It becomes a handy guide. Moreover, it increases your credibility. Very, very important. It increases your credibility. Now, you see the picture here. In this picture, this little boy is writing pages after pages. It is not like that. Literature review is not only writing pages and pages. Whatever you get in your hand, you start writing. That does not become a literature review. It is not a summary, but it is a critical account. That means what? Take for example,
Excuse me, ma'am.
You are studying about the woman in
Excuse me,
agriculture.
ma'am. And the screen is not visible.
Ma'am, screen share is not
Not happening.
proper.
Okay,
Yeah.
No, ma'am. The screen is not visible.
shall I escape and do it again?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, can you see the screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Perfect.
okay. Now visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I hope you have not missed out anything. Yeah.
And can you like show the previous slide aim?
This one?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I have already taken the screenshot.
Okay. Yeah. So, so it is a critical account. What do you mean by critical account? Take, for example, a woman in agriculture in India. This is your title. So somebody XYZ have studied about women in agriculture in India. Some say the XYZ have said women in agriculture in India is not a very important issue. So you can write down in your review of literature that XYZ in so and so year have said that women in agriculture in India is not a very important issue. So it is a critical note. It is not a summary. You have arguments in it. Even you can also say, when you write the review of literature, you can also say, but whether you believe with that idea or you don't believe with an idea. Research is something, it is a modified form of debate. You can always put your points forward. Whenever you're writing a review of literature, you should always write your views also. Review of literature not only means a summary of what you get, a summary of a book, or a summary of book, or summary of anything. It is something very, very different. It is a critical note. There are various types of literature review. It can be narrative, just writing whatever you're getting in your hand, you're writing. It can be very, very systematic. It can be argumentative. What I said, it is argumentative. You argue, yes, this is correct. This is not correct. It can be integrative also. That way you can combine everything and write. Whenever you are conducting a literature review, you have to plan it properly. Yes, today I will go to the library. Tomorrow I will be doing from Google Scholar. You have to plan it properly. You have to research it properly. You should, everything under the earth you cannot read. So you have to find out those keywords. Suppose the topic is woman in agriculture in India. Find out the word woman. Find out the word agriculture. So you have to research it well. Organize it well when you're writing, and then write. Think and then write. Take, for example, a person from psychology is studying about alcoholism. Now, alcoholism is a very, very general topic. If you keep on searching books on alcoholism, it is never ending. Maybe you're studying about causes of alcoholism.
Hello.
Yeah.
Ma'am, please, can you repeat research overview research literature review?
I am doing review of literature.
Okay, once in a just literature review on first page, 26, 25. Next. Okay,
Yes?
done. Yeah, ma'am.
You're taking the photographs, yeah. So there can be so many books on alcoholism. So you have to narrow down the topic. Suppose you're studying about causes of alcoholism in India. So you write down causes of alcoholism. So this way you should plan what to search. Take for example, you are studying about tennis. So tennis cannot be a word, it's a general term. You are studying about the rise in popularity of women tennis. So you take women tennis, you take the specific word women tennis. So narrow topics should be used. General topics, if you search, it's a never ending research. As I said, research can be from anywhere, from the books, journals, newspaper, historical records, government records, but not Wikipedia at all. You just cannot do it from Wikipedia. You will have to stick, because if you take it from Wikipedia, it will be plagiarism. As I said, you can take it from the books, you can take it from the journals, you can go to Google Scholar, not Google, Google Scholar. Google is a web page, and Google Scholar is a subset of Google, which has got different types of books and articles. You can definitely look into them. So, as I said, you cannot look into alcoholism. You will have to find out causes of alcoholism, impact of alcoholism. So you have to narrow down the topic. Sometimes, we do backward chronological search. What is backward chronological search? Suppose you're reading an article. In the article, at the end of the article, there are references. So the end of the article, when there are references, you can search for those reference books. These are known as backward chronological search. It is also called chain searching. That means you are reading a book, and the author of this book have done reference. You read those books also. It is known as backward chronological search. When you organize, suppose you have for your research, you have got hold of 20 books and journals where your topic was dealt with. So you have to organize it. So there is a pattern of organizing. Either you organize it in the form of chronology, that means year-wise, 1947, 1950, 1965, chronologically, or according to trend, the old trend and the new trend, according to theme, or according to the methodology. Some people have used a survey method, so you write down all the survey methods. Some people have used sampling methods, so you write down all the sampling methods. Sometimes theoretical, they have dealt with theories. If you are from literature or you're from social sciences, you have different researches. It's based on different theories. So each theory, you can take it separately. So there are different ways of organizing the literature review. But most common way of organizing a literature review is chronological. Write it year-wise. Sometimes there is a question that how many old sources should be taken and how many new ones, that you can discuss, see the topic, and you can do. Like topics like, say, if you want to study about this women in agriculture, yes, definitely some you can take it from history, from the old one, from whether how many years back the women were actually working in the field, and you can take the current situation also. Suppose you are doing a research on satellite imageries. In that case, there is no point of taking it from the history. That time satellite imageries did not come. So depending upon your topic, you will have to decide. Whenever you write a literature review, it should have 3 paragraphs. Introduction. In the introduction, there should be what is literature review, from where have you taken it. Body. In the body, you should write down XYZ said this, ABC said this, who said what, and conclusion, your idea, which ideas you take and which ideas you do not take. If you write the literature review in one go, it will be becoming very, very monotonous and boring. So a literature review should always have introduction, body, and conclusion. Sometimes when a literature review is pretty long, you can divide the body also into 2-3 paragraphs, but introduction and conclusion should be different. So friends, If you want to do a very good research, you will have to do your literature review. Take, for example, you want to study about the traffic problems in Mumbai. You search out different books and you find out that there has been a lot of studies about traffic problems in Gwalior, about traffic problems in Asansol, about traffic problems in Delhi. But no one has studied about traffic problems in Mumbai. So literature review gave you this idea that although traffic congestion is a main problem in Mumbai, but still no one has studied about Mumbai traffic problems in Mumbai. So you can always study. So this identification of research gap is very, very important. To fill up this gap, you will have to do a review of literature. So friends, it is not only identification of the problem, but also after identifying the problem, you will have to see how many of them have really studied about the same problem, how they have studied about the same problem. And if you see that whatever you are studying, whatever you have thought about the procedure, methodology, if it is the same, it has been studied many times, you should leave that problem and go and search another problem, another area of interest. So identification of the problem and validation of the problem comes from review of literature. Very simple rules which we have to follow when we are writing a review of literature. Use evidence. I just cannot say no work is done in Mumbai about Greater Mumbai, about traffic problems. I cannot say like that. I have to produce proofs. I should say there is work in Gwalior, in Delhi, and whatnot, but there is no work in Mumbai. Be selective. There can be so many points, so many books. You cannot do or you cannot take up anything, and everything. You have to be selective. When you are writing review of literature, you can use quotes. But quotes, use it less because it can be caught up in the plagiarism. Always try to make summary and then criticize it, synthesize it. Just not whatever somebody has said, you're writing it. When you're writing a review of literature, keep it in your own voice. You should be very clear and you should try to write in your own language. That is called paraphrasing. Don't use and always be objective. This is what you have found. This is what you have not found. This is very, very important. So whenever you think of a problem, think of taking it up, try to find out the solution and whether this problem can become a research or not, that you can find out by the review of literature. So friends, today my thought process was, what is research? How to identify a problem and develop into a research problem, and how to do a review of literature. I'm sure all of you must have enjoyed my session today, and I thank RFI for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
थैंक यू सो मच मौसमी दत्ता मैम, आपने बहुत ही सिंपल और इजी वे में सब चीज़ों को बहुत अच्छे से गाइड किया और सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स भी बिल्कुल इंटरेक्टिव तरीके से आपका लेक्चर सुन रहे थे। मैम बहुत ही वंडरफुल लेक्चर्स के सेशन के लिए आपको आरएफआई की तरफ से बहुत सारा धन्यवाद। नाउ आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट डॉक्टर गुंजन शुक्ला मैम, MP State Vice President, MP State Vice President, RFI, for vote of thanks. Gunjan Shukla ma'am.
Please excuse me, Seema ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. I just want to see the slide number 29 and 32, please.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
I will share. I will share.
Ma'am, I kindly request you to share the PPT with us, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll send it across.
Thanks for the very informative session, ma'am. Thank you so much.
29 and 32 you said, na?
29 and 32, ma'am.
1 second.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I am from Ethiopia.
Okay, nice
Yeah,
meeting
thank
you.
you. It was a wonderful time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll just.
So, is there any other query if somebody wish to ask? You can ask the question.
Can you see my PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is 29. It's about the books that you can go to the books and see. And this is about Google, but you cannot go to directly Google. You have to go to the Google, this one. You have to go to Google Scholar, where you can see the articles and the journals. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'm slide number 32.
Okay, 32. Keyword search. Alcoholism.
Yes, ma'am.
Causes of alcoholism. So causes of alcoholism becomes your keyword. You are reading a topic and you find a reference. And from the reference, those reference books, again, you go and find out. That is known as backward chronological search.
Yeah, ma'am. My one question is, I have to identify the problem. I have to go for the literature survey. Number of research paper I have to read. But ma'am, please, that where we can find the very good papers.
You can go into Google for, that's what I'm saying, in the Google Scholar. If you see in the Google Scholar, there you can put the keywords, and on the basis of that keyword you will get number of papers. Suppose you are not you don't want to go to the, that always the first place to go to when you start your research work is library. But nowadays, in our times, we used to go to the library. Nowadays, library comes to your house. That means you have this Google Scholar. So you put that keyword, and on basis of that keyword, suppose take for example, I'm studying about traffic problem in Mumbai. So I write down traffic problem. So on the basis of the traffic problem, number of papers you can see. So then you can choose now which one to take and which one not to take.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Any other question? If somebody wish to ask, you're most welcome.
Madam, good evening. My name is Rajendra Bhatia.
Yes.
I happen to be fan of Mosmi Datta ma'am's presentation all the time.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Ever since I joined as a research scholar, I am the oldest research scholar in DAVV for drawing and painting. But madam, don't take it as a complaint, but thing is, maybe I'm not that acquainted with your sending of PPT. Like last time also in the workshop, the PPT might have been sent by you to some authorities, but it could not get trickled down to us. So I think it will be very nice of you and kind of you if you could send across the PPT address, and maybe this PPT will give a good revision of how to get on with the subject.
So I think RFI can help me out on this.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I will.
ma'am. Yes,
I make
ma'am.
sure that this time, sir, we will share PPT with all of you positively. I'll make sure that it will reach to you on time.
Please, madam, do
Yeah.
that, because last time also I kept on calling you as well as Jen sir, but lastly I couldn't get the PPT. Particularly, all the presenters here are good, but Mosmi madam is excellent. So
Yeah, no doubt.
yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll
One
look
thing
forward
more,
for
ma'am.
PPT also.
One thing more, ma'am. Please, PPT is also required, but we also need the recording session also, because somewhere if I will try to again want to listen this topic, any of the slide, if I will stuck on any of the PPT, any slide of the PPT, I can listen the recording anytime. Please provide the recording also.
Ma'am, recording sessions are available on YouTube always, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. I was not aware. Thank you, ma'am.
Not a problem. So any other question, if somebody wish to ask, you can please proceed with the queries with ma'am.
How to start a research paper writing?
I think research writing, there is a session at the end, I think, by me only. Steps of research writing, I think so, if I'm not wrong. Because I have explained today only identification of the problem and the review of literature. I think
Yes, ma'am. It will be covered in the in 10 days.
Like starting, like how to start, like from where to learn and
see your research starts from identification of the problem. You have to identify your problem. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
You have to identify, and you must be having initial stages. You always have a mentor. Okay, your mentor can be your teacher, or your mentor can be your guide, whoever it is. So you can go and discuss the problem. Madam, which stream are you coming from?
in forensic science, BS forensic science.
So you are dealing with recent researchers, right? You have so many problems, so many untouched areas in forensic science, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So you must be having a guide, or you must be having a seniors where you can discuss the problems with them.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is just the first day. I think when you cross over this 10 days, you will definitely, at the end of the day of the program, you will definitely have an idea that how a research should be done.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. Anything else?
Anything else? If somebody wish to ask, you can discuss with ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
My name is Dr. Raj Kiran, ma'am. I'm calling from Pune. I'm attending the session from Pune.
Okay.
I'm a PhD scholar from Subandip Vidyapith, Baroda. Actually, I just have one query regarding that what you discussed in the last of your session. I take the example of same. You discussed about that the traffic, this one about the traffic jam conditions in Maharashtra. That was one title, and the same research is going have been done in different cities also, or different states also. So can't we take that topic as a title for our cross-sectional study for the Maharashtra?
You can
already have been done.
You can take it. That's what I said. Sometimes the topics can be the same. That is, a problem can be the same, but you are dealing with the problem in a different manner. And you should also see that whenever you're dealing with the problem, and the solutions of the problem should be beneficial two ways, either to the society or to the policymakers. Okay, you can always take it out. But if some topics are there which are so very common, which has been taken by so many researchers in so many cities, where the solution in one city can be applied to another city, for that case, you have to, as a researcher, that bent of mind should be there. That what I should be doing, something new should be there in your research. It is innovation. Research is innovation, something which others have already done it. If you do it, उसमें कुछ मजा नहीं है.
Yes.
You're from which subject?
I'm from physiotherapy background, ma'am.
Pardon?
Physiotherapy, man. Allied health.
Okay. So in that case, you cannot use technology. Like, you will be having live respondents.
Yes, ma'am. We need the live patients.
Yeah.
For that.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
This is Kalayarasi from Tamil Nadu. Actually, I'm a chemical engineer working as a assistant professor in a college. So I have a fundamental doubt, ma'am. As you said, research-oriented problem, like we have to identify the problem first. For that, we have to look into the literature review. First, we have to identify the problem. Then, based on the keywords, we have to look into the literature review. And the literature review should be chronological order, where we can, even from the recent study to the in a descending order, we can search for. Am I right, ma'am?
Yeah.
So in such cases, I tried in such cases, but most of the journals we could not able to access it, ma'am. As you said, in different platforms like Scopus, Google Scholar, and all those things, we can able to identify the journal where we don't have an access to completely study about the topic. So do you suggest anything like where we can able to access those things and we can able to study?
You can go through Google Scholar, madam. Google Scholar, you type the word, the keyword you type, and you will get number of names of the articles. You just
I'm just
fire
saying,
from the
I could not able to access those full article journal, ma'am. That's what my question is.
must
I,
be looking into e-resources. Where e-resources are there, your library has to subscribe. And then only you'll be able to access. But I am talking of Google Scholar. There are many articles, madam. And if sometimes it happens, see, a very good question you have raised. Sometimes it happens like that. The topic, especially in your field, in scientific fields, there are many topics where it is something very, very innovative. And that very topic was not studied at all. So in that case, you will not have any review of literatures. So what will you have to do? Similar studies you have to find out. Did you understand?
okay.
Some similar studies. I will not be able to go deep into your subject because I'm not from that background. But that similar study you find out.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I think it will be very, very helpful. These are the ways by which we do review of literature. Because there are many, if you go to DST site, Department of Science and Technology, and DST site and see the topics are very innovative. So there must be someone must be there who have started the studies, no? So similar way you have to find out. But review of literature, madam, you have to do.
Okay. And I got one more question, ma'am. Sorry.
No,
the thing is, like, when I search for the journals, as you said, there is plenty of journals which are available, like plenty of the topics related to the search which are available in the platform. But how will I identify which is a good research paper? As you were saying before, to like the prior to me, the one who was talking, there will be some open access journals, there will be some paid journals, and there will be some low impact factor, there will be some high impact factor journals. So how will I identify, okay, this is the good one which I can go through?
Journals, now the paid journal, the journals where people pay and publish, definitely they're not of any quality. With due respect to everyone who's present.
Yeah.
We all know that. So go for Scopus journals, and if you cannot access individually, sometimes it is not possible to access them because it is very, very high priced. Okay, you must be working, when Tamil Nadu, you must be working in you have a university, right? You must be registered at university. So in that you have a library. Your libraries must be subscribing to some e-resources.
Okay.
You can always approach them.
Okay.
Always approach them. I don't know what's the other libraries there in Tamil Nadu, but there must be libraries. There it's a big state. There must be libraries, so it will come.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Good suggestion that you can directly mail to the author, but you should get the email also. You should get
I saw that, ma'am.
Yeah, and the author also should be generous enough. Research is something, the more you share, the better you learn. Like, I am coming for such sessions where I'm talking, but I'm talking, that is fine. My learning is also happening at the same time. When you're asking me so many types of questions and I am getting replies, views from so many, it is a learning for me as well. So research is something, generally for me, when it comes, I am very, very clear on my research card. You should go and see the researchers, because research is not something which should be kept in the cupboard. Research is something which should be shared. That is a real researcher. So that attitude should be there.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Any other question if anyone wish to ask? Okay, so I think we are done for today. Ma'am, listening to you always is a treat for ears and a lot of nutrition for the mind. So thanks a lot for sparing your valuable time for all of us. I am really grateful to you for this wonderful session and a lot of information you shared with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, this program, 10 days training program and workshop on research has been organized by Santhirdaram Girls College, RFI, Parul University, Nagindas Khandawala College, Mumbai, and sponsored by JHERF, WFST, ARGA, and many other research prestigious organizations has collaborated for this program. I am grateful again to Dr. Mosmi Datta ma'am. Thanks a lot, ma'am, again on behalf of the organizers. I am also grateful to our senior family members of RFI, Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar Gupta sir, Dr. Saurabh Jain sir, and Dr. Ajay Jain sir. Without their guidance, nothing has been possible. I am grateful to all the participants for participating and making this program event a grand success. I am again grateful to the host of the day, Dr. Seema Agarwal, for doing wonderful job. And again, very, very happy and grateful to my team, colleagues, Dr. Priyanka Chawla and Professor Nikita Sharma, and also the technical team of RFI. And last but not the least, to all the participants, a great thanks again. Thanks to everyone for making this program successful.
Ma'am,
Thank
any
you, ma'am.
feedback link will be provided or will it be
Yes,
taken?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It will be there. Most probably by
Thank
the
you
end
very
of
much. Thank you.
this
Thank you.
FTP program, we will share the feedback link.
So I quit the meeting. Thank you very much.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much. Have a great time, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, Gunjan ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
I'm not in the WhatsApp group. Can you kindly add me? I can post my number in the chat window if you want.
Yes, ma'am. You
You're
can
not.
post your number. I will add you.
Thank you.
Do we discontinue now, ma'am?
Yes, yes, sir.
Meeting, ma'am?
Yes, yes. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Ma'am, please add me also. I'm not in WhatsApp group.
Hello. Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
again,
Ma'am,
we'll
are we
join
done
tomorrow,
for the
right?
day? Are we
Yes,
done for
ma'am.
today?
Tomorrow session will be start from 5 o'clock.
Yes. Now we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
leave,
For
right?
today, it's over.
Yes, ma'am. Today is over.